I'm going to show you a completely different way that high value men use to talk with women. You see, when high value men speak with girls, they're not the ones who constantly ask questions and try to know the girl better. They talk with a girl in a way that lets them relax and lay back while the girl attracts herself to them. That sounds crazy, but if you want to know how they do this, watch this video till the end because I'm going to blow your mind with this new and better way of making girls chase you. When a lot of guys talk with girls, they find themselves struggling to spark that attraction in a girl. Some of them think that if they're just going to find a perfect conversation topic or the right words to say to a woman, she's going to be attracted to them. But what they don't realize is that the problem is not in the words and topics. The problem is that they are trying too hard to make the girl like them. And you might think, what's wrong with that? If you like a girl, you want that she would like you back. But what a lot of guys miss is that this trying and effort works against you. You see, when you try to make a girl like you, you unconsciously put her on a pedestal. And it doesn't sound like it's a big deal because today, almost on every corner, we see men putting women on a pedestal. It's on television, it's in movies, it's in advertisements, and because we see this happening, we think that it's just how things are. It's just how men make women attracted to them. We think that a man has to prove himself to a woman. A man has to show that he's worthy to be with a woman. And of course, the best way to do that is by throwing little rocks at the girl's window in the middle of the night to wake her up and sing her a romantic song that will make her fall in love with you. We have so much stories in our mind about this cute romance, but you have to understand that these fantasies will never work. A woman can only be attracted to a man who in her perception stands higher in a social hierarchy than her. This means that no matter how much you're going to chase her, you will still have a zero chance to attract her. Think about it. If right from the start you show to a girl that she's above you, that you need to bring more value to the table because what you are right now is not enough, how can she see you as a man that's in a higher social position than her and be attracted to you? So the first thing that you have to stop doing if you want to talk in a high value way is to stop assuming that you're not good enough for her. Stop assuming that you're below her, and instead of that, talk with the girl in a way as if you're the best option that she can get. And I understand that it sounds a little bit entitled and maybe even arrogant, but you have to understand that women love men who believe that they deserve the things that they want and have that raw power to take them. But this is just a first step. Now, let's talk about how high value men hook women into conversations and create a hypnotic trance of chasing. One of the most important things that all high value men know is that women have a tendency to obsess about things that are incomplete in their minds. And why is this so important? You see, because high value men understand that women are driven to end those incomplete tasks, they're able to create a relentless chase in a woman. Let me give you an example to better explain how this works. Let's say you came home from a hard day of work. It was a long day, so you decide that you want to relax and watch an episode of your favorite Netflix series. You turn the episode and at first it seems entertaining and it helps to clear your mind from all that stuff that you had to worry about today. But after 20 minutes of watching, you start to become bored and uninterested. So you decide that this is the last episode that you're going to watch, and after that you're going to do something else. But then, when you least expect it, the main character of the series gets killed. And after that, you just need to know what happens next. But surprise, surprise, everything about that will be revealed in the next episode. Would you press play to watch the next episode? Well, if you're like most people, then probably yes. But the question is, how this Netflix thing is related to attracting girls? You see, because there was a shocking event, but its details details were in the next episode, this created an internal tension and incomplete task that drove you to press that play button and watch the next episode. In the same way that Netflix shows create these cliffhangers to make you watch more, high-value men create cliffhangers in the conversations with women. They speak with a girl in a way that says enough information to satisfy her, but not enough so that it would create an internal need to know more. So how can you use this in a practical way? Well, the first method is called generalize it. It's about saying something general and not expanding on it. Let me give you an example. Let's say you speak with a girl about some topic like traveling. You both like traveling and you both travel a lot, so you're exchanging experiences about different countries, airlines, and hotels. Suddenly, the conversation steers about the specific hotel that you've both been in, and she asks you, what do you think about room service of that specific hotel? Instead of answering this question with a complete analysis about hotel staff and the service itself, answer in some general way like, there was one thing, and go completely silent. If the girl is highly interested in a topic, she will certainly want to know more and will ask you, what is that one thing? Is it good or bad? And then, when you got her interest, you could tell the whole story about it. This sounds simple, and maybe at the first glance, it seems that it's not that powerful, but remember, this is just an example. You can do this with any topic or anything that you're talking about. What you have to do with this technique is not to give her all the answers right away. Make her work for the things that she wants to know from you, because as she puts effort to know you better and asks you more and more questions, she starts to convince herself that she likes you. Because why would you ask so many questions about the person and his life if you don't like him? Another way you can create this intense desire to know is by saying something general and immediately changing the topic. As example, imagine that you're walking down the street and you meet your old friend. You haven't seen him for a long time, so you both have great stories to share. Your friend immediately jumps on telling you a story about this crazy trip that he had with his girl. But after some time of telling you about it, he suddenly remembers that there are some embarrassing things that happened on that trip, so instead of finishing the story, he says, oh, never mind, let's talk about something else, and immediately changes the topic. If you've been in a similar situation, do you remember how strong was desire to know what happened in that story? If you're someone like me, then at that point, you couldn't stop asking him what happened and how that story ended. You wanted to know so badly that you just made him tell what happened. Okay, so the third way and the most powerful way you can use this technique is by saying a compliment. And I understand that there are a lot of guys out there who says that you should never compliment a woman. And I agree with that, but this complimenting technique is so powerful, and instead of boosting a woman's ego, it boosts your value and her attraction to you. So what is this new way of complimenting a woman? Well, instead of saying the compliment directly, tell her, I noticed something about you. Then she'll ask you, what did you notice? You can answer, it's something interesting about your eyes. She will ask you, what's so interesting about my eyes? And then you can deliver the full compliment. It will be so powerful because not only she will feel that she had to work for that compliment, which made it 5 times more meaningful and impactful to her, but also that compliment have put you in a higher value position, which is the opposite for how it goes for a lot of guys. Most guys compliment a woman and that compliment just boosts her ego and she starts to think that she's in a higher value position and loses interest. Check this video out and subscribe if you want to get more powerful techniques for attracting girls with the power of your words.